Yo, what's up? Welcome back to episode 47. We just finished Hikaru's route in the last episode, and this route we're going to try to enter the Wired Ghost route. This is a new option that I don't recognize. This takes place around when we log back in to our hideout, Steppenwolf's hideout. And we found the Wired Ghost. Where's that scenario map? So yeah, it's pretty early. Yagisawa tried to recruit us, whatever. We log in. We found the girl asleep. And yeah. New choice here when we encounter her. So what did we do last time? What did Toru did? I think he just stared at her because I don't remember shouting. So let's try shouting. Oh my god. That sounds so comedic. Oh my god. She jolts up and screams right after me. Oh my god. That's funny. And then a weird silence follows. I'm confused, and she looks she almost looks scared. Oh my god. She looks around as she timidly asks. I point at her. She looks behind her nervously. I sigh.
だからそこに
Imagine. I repeat and point at her again. She finally figures this out and points at herself.
これ
うん
ひどいレンはお化けなんかじゃないよ
Ren, huh?
いやしかし
ほら足だって生えてるし裏目せやなんて言わないし
She peevishly stands up on her tiptoes and lifts her skirt, showing off her pale legs underneath it. I mean, she's not what I pictured when I think about a ghost, but
でもスキャナーには君の反応が
I pull it out and check the area again. It's only showing one person here, me.
これって何
電子体スキャナーだ見ろこの部屋には俺の反応しか映し出されて
Before I even finish saying that, another dot appears next to me.
あ
ねレンはお化けなんかじゃないでしょ
What? I stare at her in an astonishment while she just smiles. It almost feels like I'm being played here.
ああとりあえず君が幽霊じゃないってのを認めるとして君は誰で一体何の用でこんなところに入り込んできたんだ
It's like she suddenly comes back to her senses. She pales as she looks at me and falls back a step.
何もしないから怖がらないでとりあえず名前を聞かせてくれよ
I feel like my left earbud just doesn't work anymore. That's unfortunate.
水坂レン
New BGM, that's interesting.
でレンは一体何の用で俺たちのチャットルームに侵入してきたんだ
あのね
She stammers and mumbles. How did she break it?
そのあのね
Wait a minute. That's right. She's Hikaru's friend. I can't remember. It's been like 5 days since I last played that route. Just about. I can't remember if she was actually skillful at hacking as Hikaru. No, I actually don't remember. It's been a while. I don't know if they mentioned that or not. So I was just thinking, it's like, what if she's like a really skillful hacker or whatever. Not thinking too much of this.
ねえ、見つからないようにしてたのに、どうしよ
もういいよ。
What? She's almost in tears trying to come up with finance here. I give up. She may not be a ghost, but she certainly is something. What I can't imagine she is, though, is dangerous.
しかしこのチャットルームのセキュリティを破るとは大したもんだよ。一体どうやって潜入できたんだ？
う。それはね、
Oh my god.
こっそりと足音を立てずに入ってきたから。
Really quietly.
こっそりってあのね。
The uncomfortable silence returns. Talking to this girl makes my head hurt.
なあ、そう簡単に手口は教えてくれないってわけか。
Whoops. Hold up. Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. There was just one little small thing.
ごめんなさい。
She squirms apologetically. You never know it looking at her, but she must be an incredible hacker.
黙ってお部屋に入ってごめんなさい。
Yeah, I was just thinking that she might be really good at hacking. I don't know.
もういいよ。セキュリティを破られた方が悪い。それが俺たちハッカーの掟だからな。
ハッカーって？
Or maybe not.
ああ。
Silence again. We both stare at each other in confusion.
とにかくごめんね。もうレは帰るから。
She springs up and scrambles across the meadow. In moments, she's almost out of sight while I just sit there gaping.
あ、ちょっと待って。
And a moment later, she's out of view.
そんなバカな。
I take a few steps in the direction she ran. Hold up my hand. A wall prevents me from going any further. The room is surrounded by a 3D wallpaper. You can't just go in or out of it. If she's not a wired ghost, then she must be some kind of transcendental hacker. Whatever. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. Don't care. I'm not sure I can even believe what just happened. It seems more like a dream than reality.
今日はもう引き上げるか。
Whoops. I sit up from the console and look around the room.
あれ？
Something catches the light on Yuya's console. I pick it up. It's the pendant he always wore. He loved this pendant, and it contained equipment for his avatar. He's been proud of it as long as I've known him.
こいつは身につけたままダイブしてネット空間に持っていける。しかもネット空間じゃナイフになってくれるんだぜ。
His teenage face crosses through my mind. I can feel tears forming as I squeeze it tight and think about the first time we met. This is red text. Should I skip red text? I'll do it. Just like slowly. So yeah, flashback scene to the first time they met. And then remembering he died, and then Tsukina's here, and then crying. Wait, Tsukina gonna tell us about, no, we just joined flag. Alright, cool. Oh, what if this wasn't the right choice?
いよいよ。
And then we met Minori. Join flag. Blah 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 blah. I might actually just skip to the new parts maybe. Alright, new stuff. This is new. We're on our day off and this dialogue box is new, so whatever. We're just getting ready to pick out what we should do on our day off. The best thing for me to do is to start poking around, looking for clues pointing toward Yuya's killer.
それがいいな。
But actually, why is Minori here? Because I remember Minori not being here. Or is this like before? This is probably 4. No. See? We're at this point. What is going on? Why is Minori here?
いや、なんでもないんだ。気にしないでくれ。
Should probably roll up the backlog. Alright, so... What are you doing? It's probably like the day before the day off, right? Or we just have some time off. Yeah, it's just some time off. Alright, this is the day before, that's right. But where do I even start? Even narrowing it down to just pilots and flak, there are hundreds more platoons, maybe even thousands. I have no idea how to start checking through all of them. Maybe it's inefficient, but should I check by checking out the people I already know?
それしかないのかな。もっと効率のいい方法がありそうな気がするんだけどな。
トールさん。
あ、そういえば。
There's also that Ren girl I ran into the chat room. She was there right before Yuya was killed. Maybe she noticed some kind of clue that I missed.
幽霊じゃないなら探せば見つかるかもしれないよな。
Interesting. Oops. I could start going through the people I know, or I could even try to track down Ren. Look for Ren. My specialty is cyberspace, not sleuthering. Besides, something about the girl is bugging me.
よし、明日とは言わず、今日のうちからあのレンという子を探してみよう。
トールさん。
あ、
Oh, boy.
ごめん、考え事をしていてつい。で、なんだっけ。
もういいです。
Sad. She dejectedly turns her back on me and storms away.
失敗したら後でちゃんと謝っておこう。
I hurry back to my room to dive into cyberspace.
さて、すぐに見つかるといいんだけどな。
I'll plug in my narrow jack and dive into cyberspace. Interesting. Just straight up new chapter.
成果なしか。
Actually, no, it's been a while, hasn't it? Because we've gone through that little first dive, huh? I spent half the day looking everywhere I can think, but I can't find her anywhere. Not just that, I tried asking some old friends, and nobody's even heard of her, let alone has any idea where she could be.
あれだけの凄腕なら誰かは知ってると思ったのにな。やっぱり俺夢を見ていたのかな。
I head back to the chat room, dejected.
ここにはレンはいない。ま、当然か。
Since I ran into her here, nobody's come in, at least according to the logs.
好きなもんあれ以来ここには来ていないんだな。
As I look over the meadow, I think about my encounter with Ren. It really does seem like something's out of a dream.
あ？
I can hear someone sleeping. I push through the grass towards the sound.
やっぱり。
Just like the other day, she's just lying there sleeping.
おーい、起きろ。
I shake her by the shoulders. She sleepily opens her eyes and rubs them. And suddenly wakes up, and suddenly wakes all the way up and scrambles away from me.
あのな、悲鳴を上げたいのは俺の方だよ。まさかまたこんなところで寝ているとは。
ごめんなさい。
She looks up at me timidly. If I yell at her, she's going to run off. Fine, then I need to calm her down before I bring up Yuya.
とりあえず、なんでこんなところで寝ているんだ？
あのごめんなさい。
別に謝らなくていいよ。怒ってるわけじゃないんだから。それより、訳を聞かせてくれないか？
ここが気に入っちゃったから。
気に入った？
ここでお昼寝してると気持ちよくて。
そうか。
I answer with a sigh. I don't know if I like that answer, but I guess at least she appraises the hard work we put in setting this place up.
あのさ、腕前は分かったから、ログぐらい残してくれ。神経に悪すぎる。
ログって？
普通に入室すればログが残るものなんだよ。
ごめんなさい。わかんない。
はあ、
I think about it, if she likes it here, that could work out for me. It'd certainly make it easier to track her down if I don't need to go hunting all over cyberspace for her.
分かった。ここが気に入ったのなら自由に使っていいぞ。
本当？
ああ、本当さ。そんなに気に入ってもらえて、俺も悪い気はしないしな。
ありがとう。嬉しい。
She smiles from ear to ear, not even asking why or suspecting anything at all. She really is like a little girl.
なんなら友達を連れてきてもいい。好きに使ってくれ。
ありがとう。でも
That apparently struck some kind of nerve. Was it bringing up friends?
どうした？なんか俺悪いこと言っちゃったかな。
そうじゃないけど。
けど？
レンは友達がいないから。
She mumbles lonesomely.
そうか。じゃあ、いつも一人で遊んでるのか。
I feel bad looking at her. I was alone too, always playing in and out of the corners on cyberspace until I met Yuya.
面白いことを言うやつだな。気に入った。助けてやるよ。
Thinking about Yuya brings a dark cloud. I'm reminded all over again how much it hurts that he's gone.
どうしたの？なんかすごく寂しそうだよ。
She looks at me with real concern. She's pretty sensitive to my feelings. That makes me feel a little better.
なんでもないよ。気にしないで。それより、じゃあ俺がレンのネットでの友達第1号だな。嫌かい？
本当にレンのお友達になってくれるの？
ああ、レンが嫌じゃなかったらな。
ありがとう。嬉しい。嬉しいよ。
She starts crying in happiness. That seems a little much, but it does make me feel warm inside.
ああ、俺も嬉しいよ。よし、友達になった印に握手しよう。
She takes my hand. Hers is surprisingly small and warm. Suddenly, I feel a strange sense of deja vu. Like this isn't the first time something like this happened. But I can't remember what it was. It feels like it must have been years ago.
どうしたの？
Her voice wakes me from my thoughts. I haven't let go of her hand while I was thinking.
ごめん。 つい考え事をしていて。
じゃあレンはもう行くね。
She smiles bashfully.
そうか。なあ、レンは明日どうする予定なんだ？
明日別に予定はないけど。
じゃあ明日またここで会おう。明日は朝からここにいるから。
絶対に遊びに来るね。
She waves and disappears. That's only the second time I met her, but it already feels like I've known her for a long time. Have I met her somewhere before?
ついゆうやのことを聞きそびれちゃったな。
Really? I was under the impression you were gonna ask about that tomorrow.
まあいいや。どうせ明日も約束しているんだ。明日は必ず聞くことにしよう。
I have a thought and checked the tracer on the chat room scanner. It detected her before. Maybe it got maybe it got where she's logged in from.
ログインポイント不明か。外見に似合わず、セキュリティは完璧だな。
I leave the chat room. And the next morning comes. I have the day off.
おはようございます、トールさん。今日もいい天気ですね。
Happy Minori. Minori greets me before I'm fully awake. She's in street clothes. I guess she's planning on going out somewhere.
ああ、みのり、おはよう。どこか出かけるのかい？
特に予定はないんですが、トールさん、今日のご予定は？
ああ、俺はちょっとチャットルームに行かなきゃいけなくてね。
チャットルームですか？
She looks pretty surprised. I guess using your day off, a nice day at that, to sit inside a chat room isn't exactly healthy.
ああ、ちょっと約束がしてあってね。
そうですか。
Ah, she said. She looks a little disappointed as I leave and return to my room. I dive into the chat room in the morning, just like I said I would. Ren's napping in the meadow as like usual.
なんだ、また寝ているのか。
She looks as innocent as a kid. I pat her hair gently so I don't wake her up. You know, I kind of wonder if Hikaru's like listening in or whatever right now. Would be interesting for her to meet Ren again like this. I don't know, maybe later in the route. The breeze rustles through her soft hair, wrapping it around my fingers.
お兄ちゃん。
お兄ちゃんか。兄弟がいるのか。
The word sticks in my head, and a memory starts to come back to me. But where is it from? The sun is coming in through the leaves. I'm with a girl. She's squeezing my hand tight.
もう泣くなよ。これからもずっと一緒に暮らせるんだから。
本当なの？お兄ちゃん。
当然だよ。僕たちはたった2人の家族なんだからさ。
お兄ちゃん。
I was trying to comfort her, but she's crying again. I stand there, confused and petrified.
なんだこれは。
I'm confused by my own thoughts. I never had a sister. I don't remember that ever happening. Tsukina's the closest thing to a family I have, and that definitely never happened with her.
お兄ちゃん、待って。いや、行かないで。
Her voice brings me out of my thoughts. It sounds like she's having a nightmare, desperately calling out in her sleep.
おい、レンってば。
I shake her. She slowly opens her eyes with a stream of tears pouring down her face.
お兄ちゃん。
お兄ちゃんって。おいおい、俺だよ。トールだよ。
She blinks in surprise, then covers her mouth and apologetically.
ごめんなさい。嫌な夢を見てたからつい寝ぼけて。
みたいだね。
ごめんなさい。
She looks down bashfully. It's pretty cute. I can't help smiling.
別にそんなに謝らなくていいよ。それよりレンにはお兄ちゃんがいるのかい？一体どんな人なんだい、そのお兄ちゃんって。
レンのたった一人の家族だったの。優しくて大好きだった。
だったって？
何年も前に会えなくなっちゃったの。
そうか、生き別れってやつか。ごめんな、変なこと聞いちゃって。でも生きていればまた会えるよ、きっと。だから。
でも会ってもきっとお兄ちゃんはレンのことなんか忘れてるよ。
たった一人の兄弟なんだろ。忘れやしないさ。忘れてても会えばきっと思い出すよ。
Dude, that's kind of sad if Toru ends up being her sister, her brother. My bad.
そうかな。
そうさ、決まってるよ。
そうだよね。
She mutters quietly, trying to convince herself, then looks up at me.
ねえ、一つ聞いていい？
なんだい？
兄弟はいるの？
そうだな、兄弟はいないな。
じゃあ一人ぼっちなの？
そうでもないよ。兄弟はいないけどずっと一緒に暮らした幼馴染がいるからな。
幼馴染？
まあ好きなって言うんだ。施設で育った俺を引き取ってくれたうちの子なんだ。
かわいい人なの？
可愛いっていうよりおてんばなじゃじゃ馬娘って感じかな。まあ妙に情に扱ったりもするけどね。
その人のこと好き？
嫌いじゃないな。あれで口うるさくておせっかいじゃなければいいんだけどな。
As I talk about her, I think back to the last time I saw her.
無茶しないでよね。私はトールの敵討ちなんかまっぴらごめんなんだから。
She looks so sad then. I wonder how she's doing now.
いいな。羨ましい。レンみたいに一人ぼっちじゃなかったんだね。
レンは一人ぼっちなのか？
うん。
She nods sadly. I try to be especially cheerful to help her feel better.
でももう一人ぼっちなんかじゃないさ。俺という友達がいるんだからさ。
She nods with a smile but doesn't look convinced.
どうしたんだい？それじゃ不満かい？
違うよ。
だけど
あのね。
なんだい？俺にできることなら聞いてあげるよ。
そのあのね。
She stumbles for words. Her face turns bright red. It's starting to make me nervous.
なんだい？恥ずかしがらずに言ってごらんよ。
god.
って呼んじゃダメ？
は？
What?
ごめんなさい。
She gets flustered and apologizes. This isn't what I was expecting, but it is kind of nice.
あ、言ってみただけだから。
いいよ、それぐらい。別にそう呼びたいなら呼べばいい。ちょっと照れくさい気もするけどね。
ありがとう。
Whoops. Her face lights up, and it's my turn to blush.
お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
Oh boy.
おいおい。
ごめんなさい。嬉しかったからつい。
Seeing her smile so brightly does make me feel pretty okay with it. I wonder what it is. It almost feels like I've known her for years. It's like being around an old friend.
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。
そっか。
She turns to leave.
そのうちレンとリアルでも会ってみたいな。
You really just forget about Yuya, huh?
そうできるといいよね。
She vanishes with a lonely smile on her face. It's just afternoon when I log out.
さて、これからあと半日、一体休日をどう過ごそうか。
Once again, I forgot to ask her about Yuya. For some reason, whenever I talk to her, all thoughts of her revenge disappear.
ゆうや、すまん。別にお前のことを忘れたわけじゃないんだけど。
何を一人でブツブツ言ってるんですか？
Wait, what? Minori startles me from behind.
いや、別に。それよりみのり、出かけたんじゃなかったのか？
I don't think we ever saw that sprite before with her in the casual clothes. I recognize the pose, but not the clothes.
気が変わりまして。
At least, I
一
think.
人で出かけても退屈ですし。
そうか。
My thoughts immediately go back to Rin. She comes off like a harmless kid, but given what I've seen her do, she must be a master hacker. Which means that maybe Flag has a file on her, and someone in support like Minori might know about it.
トールさん、もしお暇でしたらこれから。
Dude. You can't be doing this, Minori. Stop.
ちょうどよかった、みのり。一つ教えてくれないか？軍の集めているハッカーの情報に俺がアクセスする方法ってないのかな？
情報室に行けば調べられるかもしれませんけど。
情報室？
ええ、情報検索用の部屋ですけど、知りませんでした？
初耳だな。ひょっとしてそこから軍のデータベースにアクセスできるのかい？
はい、軍のデータベースはこの基地に置かれてありますから、物理的にも論理的にも。
I see. How haven't I realized it? I've been living right next door to the memory banks that store the army's data.
その情報室って誰でも使えるのかい？
アクセスには許可が必要なんですけど、部屋自体はいつでも入室できますし。
許可って？
普通は上司の許可が必要なんです。ただ隊員は全員ワンレベルのアクセスキーを与えられています。
そうか。俺でも基本的なアクセス権はあるわけか。
ええ、まあそうですけど。
確かに。それじゃあ仕掛けるのも簡単そうだな。
And if someone does, that's far more insidious and dangerous than anything coming from the outside.
なあ、ワンレベルでどれくらいのことを調べられるのかい？だからワンレベルのアクセスキーでどれくらいの情報にアクセスできるんだい？
どれくらいって一口
その情報室って人の出入りは激しいのかい？
どうしてそんなことを？
頼むよ、どうしても知りたいんだ。知っているなら教えてくれよ。
Oh, come on, Toru.
そ
Quit
れ
being
なりに
pushy.
利用者は多いです。ただ真夜中はほとんど人がいませんけど。
そうか。
So I might be able to find a lead there. I don't want to wait another moment.
ありがとう。今日はいい話が聞けたよ。
いいえ、どういたしまして。
I want to check it as soon as I can. I race off, leaving Minori behind. I hurried straight to the data room, but it's packed full of people. Now's not the time to mess around in there.
仕方がないな。人気がなくなるのを待つしかないか。
It's not until close to midnight when it's finally completely empty and I'm able to sneak in. There are consoles all over the room, most of the screens constantly displaying the status messages. For people like us, this is the kind of atmosphere that gets us fired up. I put what happened earlier out of my head and activate one of the interfaces. Looks good to go. I use the hollow keyboard to type in my ID. An index of accessible data appears. Let's see if I can track down anything on this Misusaka Ren girl. I steel myself for what I might find and start combing through the data. Yes, this is some very nice data on your own platoon. Feels weird seeing information about myself. Thankfully, I don't see anything particularly incriminating. It's frustrating that level 1 access doesn't get me much, but I'm also thankful that it's keeping my past under wraps. The operator for my platoon. I suppose she comes from money, but there's nothing here that confirms that. Maybe there's nothing in her past even worth mentioning. I think I heard it, I think I heard it said that good people led boring lives. Yeah, this is basically the same thing. I'm not gonna bother reading.
Ren のデータなしってことは犯罪歴もないってことだろうな。まあ当然か。
That's disappointing, but maybe there's something on the higher level.
なるほどね。一般の隊員はレベル1までと。
I'm just getting started. This is exactly why I waited until everyone cleared out. I take out a portable terminal out of my pocket and stick the derma nodes into my forehead. This old friend has all my hacking tools built in. I don't like doing this without being in a real console, but I don't need to do a full dive if I'm hacking from the inside. I steel myself and start to hack when...
何をしているの？
What? My heart nearly jumps out of my throat. Someone's behind me. I mean, I knew Ayane was there, but like... What the fuck? She never really interrupted us like this before. Did she? I don't think she did. She's standing at the entrance staring at me impassively while I panic.
いや、その軍の端末って興味があって、好奇心でちょっといじってみたくて。
そう。ログは消しておいた方がいいわよ。
Or maybe she did interrupt Toru in one of the routes. I can't remember. She answers disinterestedly and goes over to another terminal. She doesn't seem to care about me at all. I can't think of anything looking more suspicious than I do now.
あのさ。
ごめんなさい。今は忙しいの。
I'm at a loss for words, but then I notice her hands are clenched tight. I can just barely make out Dharma notes between her fingers. She must be here for the same thing. She's just standing in front of one of the terminals without doing anything. Is she waiting for me to leave?
邪魔したな。
I'm too unnerved to go any further tonight. I leave the data room and Ayane behind.